All right, life enthusiasts. So today I'm going to show you my morning smoothie. This is the process. Remember, I am a sympathetic dominant. So for me to get out of my feeling too agitated and not calm is I need to put in some carbs. So my smoothie is based with a bit of fruit. You may be a different type and you may be pushing more on the vegetables and fats, but here goes. So I have a small banana, and I'm going to put that small banana into a blender. I have a Vitamix blender. This is a 48-ounce cup. So this is a large for one person or small for two. I usually do large, but I have plenty of material to go with. So the banana gets chopped into smaller pieces. The other two things I'm going to add is apple and blueberry. Now, apple happens to be an organic apple. I do buy things organic, so it's a small apple. I like this one that's called ambrosia, but you can pick anything you want. If you are the person who needs to have less starchy things in your smoothie, you would want to go with Granny Smith. This one is a bit too sugary. The reason I'm chopping it up into these smaller pieces is because otherwise they might stay and get caught under the propeller and not be chopped up. You may be also noticing that I'm leaving the seeds and the cores in. That's just fine. Vitamix knows how to deal with it. It's a pretty cool device. You want a high-speed blender. This Vitamix is capable of doing 37,000 RPMs in its fast mode. You'll hear it in just a moment. So here is a blueberry. So I got them two measures, Canadian wild blueberry that I bought at Costco. Costco is a suggested place. They seem to have lovely things. See, blueberry? These are the small ones. They are the wild ones from the bush. Whereas this is a cup. Commercial blueberries are four times the size. They would look more like this. Then it comes up the price. But to me, this is worth it. So that's that. Now here comes the pièce de résistance. I'll show them to you individually, but I'm opening my freezer and I'm taking out of the freezer stuff, bottles of Exuva products. And I'm going to be putting these into my smoothie. And the teaspoon, we measure slowly, but today we're starting with Orasil. Now, Orasil is green stuff with plenty of silica, because this is connective tissue and holding your body strong and keeping your bones healthy and keeping your hair healthy. And so what's coming in is, well, a heaping teaspoon like that. And then here, Lazarus. Lazarus is a sort of a connect. What are we doing here? Okay, Lazarus. That goes in also a spoonful, about like that. If I feel like it's not enough, I can just do a little more. Lazarus is kidney, pancreas, and muscle mass maintenance provider. This one is my custom. See the handwritten label? I have emptied maca that I have bought in flat bags and put them into one of these bottles because they're kind of fun. So this is, that was a half a teaspoon. We'll go for, I don't know. Oh, that's maca. In fact, this maca is from Utco.
What do you use maca for?
Maca is a energizer. Maca is known to upregulate the metabolic system. So it's used for just feeling strong and vigorous. And I need all the help I can get. Okay, the next one is called Theraminos. This is our blend that's similar to what Dr. Vickery formulated a while ago. These are free-form amino acids, and creatine and molybdenum and sulfur and it's bitter as heck. But what I add to it is cocoa and mint. So this is actually a chocolate mint amino. Pretty cool stuff. And then it needs some lecithin. Now this is not plain lecithin, this is lecithin with coenzyme Q10. Each teaspoon is about 100 milligrams of CoQ10. So that's about that. Lecithin with coenzyme Q10. Q10 is important again for metabolic function and the rest. Smarts, heart, muscle function. And this one is really cute. This one is called Dulse powder. So because I'm a thyroid dominant person, I need more iodine than the average person. And Dulse is a seaweed of sorts. And it's actually a very lovely red algae. And so this is what's going on for minerals and especially. And the last one here, this is a non-brand bottle of stuff that I get in bulk. This is hemp parts.
Oh, yeah.
Hemp. And so we need maybe 4 or 5 teaspoons of that. So that's that. And then I'm going to do a bit of experimentation. I have one other thing that I'm hiding in this cupboard, and that's my sample. I'm doing a sample. We're working on developing a protein-based smoothie based on plant proteins. So far, when you see this is a wholesale supply non-brand, I have a choice of flax, almond, pumpkin, oats, rice, peas, and all of that. And I'm testing various ones. And today I'm testing almond and flax. At some point we're going to have a finished product that you will have a chance to work with. And yeah, I'll show it to you on a spoon in a sec. This is what the flax will end up telling me. It's about 50% protein concentration, right? So it looks like nothing much, but this is the protein that's left over after you extract oil out of the flax seed. Anyway, very cool stuff. So that, and you can also do some oils, which are relevant and important. So for example, here, this is from one of the companies that we support. This one is North American Herb and Spice. And this product is hempanol, omega spice oil. So hemp anol, that's oil from hemp seed, but it's got some black seed added to it. So this was about half a teaspoon that I've added in. And one last thing, coconut oil. So I buy that at Costco. You will find that all over the world. This is coconut oil in
Organic, although I don't know, but I don't know what the difference is between organic and regular coconut.
It's all coming off of the coconut palms. I don't think that there is such a thing as not organic.
They don't spray coconut.
Anyway, there's the coconut oil on the spoon that I'm pushing in. So that's a bit of fat. Remember, I put in the, let's pause it until it stops ringing. Okay, so that's the coconut. I'll put it away. And it needs a bit of fat. And remember, I put in some lecithin into the smoothie, and the lecithin will interact with the coconut and connect that with water. So it's the combination of the 3 things. And lastly, we'll add some water. So here's my jug. This jug has RO water in it, and the bits in the bottom that's prills and pearls. And we use those to structure the water. So the water has been organized, and I'm just going to fill it to about there, ready to get processed. So that's water. You could use juice or whatever else you like. You could use tomato juice, cucumber juice. Where is the lid? Lid is here. Okay, so here's the lid that goes on top. You need to seat it down, because if you don't seat it down, it's going to start shooting all over. And if you forget to put the lid on and turn this thing on, you will have smoothie up there on the ceiling. Now, So this is how you turn on a Vitamix. This is going to be highly noisy. First, a layer. That's how that is the spinning down. So what we have now is a lid that gets sprayed a wee bit, and you can of course wipe it off if you want. However, there's your smoothie, colored by blueberries, looking rather yummy. And it tastes good. All right, so I use a short glass because I like to wipe the glass clean when I'm done with it. But here's the glass of smoothie. Ta-da! It's not too thick, not too thin. It's pretty rich, and I tell you, I must say I enjoyed the taste. What's important is also you're supposed to chew anything you drink or eat 20 times. You want to get your saliva into it and the enzymes. So remember, you take a swig and you chew it even though it needs no chewing.